Shall we begin? Let's begin now. Shall we begin?
Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your Lionsgate 888 portal. Alright, let's see here. I have some sage going, so we are purifying here, but she's really going. Alright, before we get started, I want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All of those things help my channel to grow and expand. I'm so thankful to you guys. Thank you for those who have donated and tipped, and thank you so much for those who comment. I love the community that we are building here together and co-creating. So please keep it up. I love engaging with you. Let me see here. I'm gonna plug in the microphone really quickly. That should give us some better sound here. Okay, let's see how that is. All right, so Lionsgate happens every year. It actually starts on the 26th of July. But the actual, pinnacle of the energy of the alignment is on 8/8. And this alignment every year is the star Sirius, which is considered our spiritual sun. So Sirius burns thousands of times brighter and bigger than our actual sun. Okay, so we call it our central sun or our spiritual sun. It's said that all beings coming to Earth go through Sirius kind of as a landing pad, a learning place. So even if you are a starseed and you don't have Sirian origin, you would go through the star Sirius to get to Earth, right? So very, very magical energies there. It's so funny, the smoke's really going off today. That's great though. And so every year this star Sirius lines up with our sun, and the ancients knew that this opened a portal. So you'll notice that this particular alignment aligns directly with the pyramids in Giza. There's other alignments around the earth that this particular activation and alignment opens. So it opens a portal of energy that each year under the sign of Leo, which Leos have to do with the heart, Leos have to do with self-confidence, Leos have to do with taking charge of the life, the return of the light, the fire within ourselves, right? And so this Lionsgate portal opens the door for us to connect galactically to our spiritual sun, our spiritual upgrades, right? And it allows an opening for us to move to a higher level timeline. Okay, so this is a perfect time each year where if you've been up against say in a project or a manifestation, a job, your love life, whatever it is that you're manifesting, if you've come across hurdles and have this stop-go type of energy, this Lionsgate opens the door. It drops away all that no longer serves you. So you may notice people kind of dropping out of your life, or certain jobs or opportunities just not working anymore, and you being ready to make the move to the next. But when it drops those things out, it also opens the door for new opportunities, new energies. You take that leveling up, okay? Now, each year when this leveling up is occurring, we may feel different things in our body, okay? So collectively, we are ascending as a people. And ascending doesn't mean that you leave your physical body. Some people's transition is enough that they do decide to be finished with this particular life experience. But for most, it means that we go through a spiritual death or an ego death of sorts and enter into being a new self. Okay, so you may notice that your energies have been a little bit off. I know that mine have, and all of my great friends who are high vibrational friends, they are also experiencing updates, okay? And so I'd like to go over, because I know that I have a mixed group of really enlightened beings that follow and subscribe here. So I want to go over what some ascension symptoms are. So as a disclaimer, I am not a doctor, okay? So if there's something that's physically wrong with you, please go to the doctor or your naturopath or however you like to heal yourself and get that checked out. We're just speaking of energetic symptoms that can show up in the body. Okay, so what happens is when we are going through spiritual updates, because remember, everything in the universe is made up of light and vibration. Okay, remember how I always say that shadow and light, okay, are a bonded pair, or light and darkness are a bonded pair. We have light energy and darkness vibration, okay, bonded pair. And so we're made up of light and vibration. And essentially all of that we see here that's manifest in the physical world as matter is made up of light and vibration, including our human avatar. We are not our bodies. We are so much more than that, right? But we get to experience this particular 3D matrix in a human avatar. And there's mathematics and codes involved. In order to put this all together, there's light codes involved. This is why you'll hear some people talk about light codes, and it seems woo-woo, but it's really not. It's the same as when you code your computer to do something. It's the same for all of creation. So very, very similar. The binary of the universe is 1, 0, 1. Okay, so you have a creation, the middle, the void part, experience, and death. Okay, 1, 0, 1. And it's a constant 1, 0, 1 as far as binaries are concerned. So some of that is maybe a little over, but they're giving it to me, right? So I'm allowing that what needs to be said, and you'll understand it when it's time for you to understand it. Understanding's the gift, right? It's not a requirement for growth. So essentially, everything in the universe is vibration and light. And when this alignment happens, we can experience ascension symptoms symptoms where we're moving to a new dimensional awareness or reality. And some of those symptoms are as follows. So it can be flu-like symptoms where you have body aches, feeling like you might have the flu. You go to the doctor, you get checked out, and there's nothing there, right? That's how you know it's an ascension symptom. Once you've had it checked out and you know, like, okay, it's not physical, but I'm feeling it physically in the body. You may feel aches and pains, fatigue, ringing in the ears, dizziness or vertigo. Often migraines come up. So major migraine headaches. Some people experience spinning, which would be kind of the vertigo, okay? Some people experience a faster heart rate. Again, get it checked with the doctor. But when you've had it checked and it's not that, it more than likely it is an ascension symptom. It's saying that you are moving up in your vibrational awareness and your cellular structure inside your body, okay, is shifting and changing. We are crystalline beings, okay, just like the crystals that you get out of the earth. We have light crystals that make up our body, okay, and those are always shifting and changing, and they hold memories. And as we release the denser memories, we're moving to a higher vibrational format, okay, and our physical bodies have to change to be able to hold the light, okay. Remember, light is electric energy. So if we don't have the ground, being on earth, we're able to be embodied because there's the grounding, there's a connector to our lightning rod, as it were, right? So we're kind of like a lightning rod receiver. And being in nature is going to help with these ascension symptoms. Getting sunshine is going to help to charge your body. Getting rest, okay, as much rest as you possibly can at this time. And just listening to your body. If you have lots of energy, use that energy. If you are feeling fatigued, honor your body and rest, because there is processes that are happening in your body at this time that's propelling and catapulting you to your goals, okay? So those are some of the ascension symptoms. You may have many others that come up. Ooh, okay, this sage is really doing the most. I guess we really got to clean it up here. All right, I'm going to put it off the side. This way, maybe. Let's not burn down the place. All right. So there's a huge clearing that's happening at this time. Excuse me for that. I just needed to make sure we cleared that up. Okay, so really, really potent energies around this Lion's Gate. So I wanted you all to know that you may be experiencing some physical symptoms. Go get it checked if it feels like it's something major. But when it comes back, or if it comes back saying that there's nothing physically detectable, it's because you are energetically clearing out those things in your cellular structure. Okay, so what we're going to look at today, in addition, I'm tuning into the star Sirius right now, and we're just going to get the message of what's these incoming energies. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. So first and foremost, during this time, there is a purification that's happening. Our throat chakras are being opened so that we can express ourselves and express our truth in all areas. So as I was just feeling into this energy before I got on the video, one of the things that my team was letting me know is that there is much happiness coming. So I've been experiencing a bit of inertia. I've been experiencing that there's been this, how can I say that? Just things not moving forward the way that I would like them to in multiple areas of my life. And yet I'm still being guided to wait patiently and rest. And what they're saying is that this is about to shift on a dime, okay? So where there has been no action, where seemingly there has been no forward motion, what Spirit's saying is in this month of August and beyond. So for this Lion's Gate energy takes us into about 6 months from now, but it's opening a window for our next 10-year cycle. So there's major, major energies that are opening up at this time. And so as we move into this, what Spirit's saying is you're about to have a change, okay? And this is for the collective, because there is some other astrology going on. Jupiter's retrograde, which is still very beneficial. It brings us blessings from the past when it goes retrograde. So for past work well done, that Jupiter retrograde is coinciding here with this 8-8 portal. We also have Uranus that has gone retrograde, and Mars, okay? And those are doing some squares and things. I'm not an astrologer, but it's pretty chaotic energy. So anything goes. So what they're saying is expect the unexpected, because much is being revealed at this time. And we're going to look a little farther in the cards of which archetypes are showing up, which things are opening for us at this time collectively. Okay, so this, strap in. If you have to watch this in parts, do it. Or if you just, get you some popcorn, relax, because we're going to go into depth with this particular reading. Okay, I just wanted to set the stage that there's major changes happening. We may be feeling some things in the body, but now we're going to get in and look at the different ways in which this energy, this portal that's opening, is affecting those who have come in to watch this video. Okay, So first and foremost, we have Ishtar's Lion's Gate. I just brought this one out. It's a number 44. Okay. And we're just going to read this because there may be some additional things that I might have missed. Okay. So it says, your heart has a heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something very positive. Okay? Ishtar is the queen of the night, a dark goddess of loss and letting go, but also a priestess of light who holds the key to renewal from suffering. She is relentless in her pursuit of the path of true inner freedom. She willingly surrenders her attachments and her identities, even separating herself temporarily from her loved ones, with such boldness and confidence that she crosses into realms where others dare not go. She experiences vulnerability and in that state discovers deep truth. Ishtar is the capacity of the soul to integrate our experiences. After reaching the greatest depths of suffering, she emerges and is reinstated upon her rightful throne with even greater wisdom, spiritual power, and compassion. In her reading, she is a guardian and symbol of resurrection. You shall rise again. Okay, so this Lion's Gate, we have Ishtar's energy here that is opening, okay? This is amazing because what I feel like the main thing is integration. And I have been hearing from my guides about this Lion's Gate that there's major abundance coming. There's love that we can't even imagine yet coming. For all of us who are in these energies, it's not just for one person. It's a blessing for all of us to expand. What they show me is that we have all been on a strong spiritual journey for many, many years. And this particular integrative experience is integrating the ancestral blessings, the timelines in which we are successful, the timelines in which we are loved beyond measure. Okay? What Spirit's saying is that this group who is watching this and has been attracted and resonates with this reading, you have been doing your dark nights of the soul. You have released your identities. You have released your attachments or are continuing to release your attachments. And therefore, you are being blessed. And we're going to look at the archetypes now that are going to be with us for the Lion's Gate. So which archetype is going to be the most prevalent during this Lion's Gate energy to help us to integrate and to receive in these blessings that you're showing me? And I'm talking to all of our collective Aumakua, the Syrians. I also hear the Arcturians. They're part of my main star group, so they're always around. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's way too many, but thank you. All right, they're wanting a good shuffle here. Integration, right? Oh, this one. All right, perfect. We have the dead end. This is saying that you have come to an end in certain patterns, relationships. This is what you're integrating. The past experiences where you felt like that you had a dead end, you're learning how to move through it and beyond it. Okay, this is reiterating the releasing of attachments. This is reiterating releasing the dead ends in your world. Okay, seeing the uses of that dead end, the uses of adversity, but moving beyond it. Okay, and so this particular archetype is there to help you to integrate your resilience, to help you to integrate letting go and allowing in the next beautiful energy. They want one more archetype, so we will. I love this energy because even with this, it looks like, okay, it looks like this person's like stuck on one side of the tunnel okay, that there's been trees and other things that have opened up, but notice the light behind it. So it's like you are going to get through that tunnel. You are going to get through the dead end and have the aha moment of, oh, this is the end of that pattern. This is what the new pattern feels like. Okay, so many of us are moving into, like for myself, I'm moving from survival to thriving. It's a completely different pattern, and I've been integrating that for the last several years, but now I can feel that I'm coming into a shift of being in thrival and abundant consciousness rather than lack consciousness. Okay, and it's like it's the dead end. It's the end of that particular era or way of thinking. Okay. Beautiful. And we have the vision. So since we're letting go of these dead ends, realizing the uses of the adversity, it's taking us through the tunnel into the vision. All right. So we each have a piece of the mystery that we're supposed to play out. The mystery of the cosmos, the mystery of the universe. We each have a piece of that. We each have our own design that we are to bring to the world. We each have our own vision. Okay, so your visions at this time are going to be very important. You can see your future elements for yourself. I feel like many of you are going to be downloaded with new dreams and visions where you may have been at a dead end creatively or in relationships. You're going to see the vision of the future for yourself. And, oh, they want one more of that one. Oh. And be able to move forward. So this Lion's Gate is opening up the vision for you. And we have the shadow. Okay. Again, integrating the shadow. This is gorgeous, you guys. It's like where there has been darkness around you, where you've been in the void, because looking at these here together, where you've been in the void, you're going to get that vision that brings back the light. You're going to get that vision that integrates things together, that gives you the resurrection that you would like to have in your life. But it is through integrating your shadow. It is through accepting that we are both shadow and light. Okay? And this Lion's Gate is going to show you how those dead ends are serving you. Okay? How it brought you to having a new vision for the future. How your shadow integrating is helping you to ground in to have your a success on the material plane. They're also showing me like meditation. So many of you may be taking up a meditation practice at this time and really being like in the dark. So even wearing like a meditation mask, because that's going to help you. I was just watching something that had to do with these retreats you can do, that darkness retreats, where you can be for a week in a dark cave. Food and stuff is provided, but you're in the dark for that amount of time, and you really get to release. People have many different types of experiences with this, but all in all, they come out with better inner vision, being able to be here now, to be present in the moment, to have the experiences that are needed, because it's through being able to be one with your own mind. Ego distracts ourselves, through many different ways. So this is a stillness, especially right around the beginning of this energy. And then I feel like there is a lot of movement coming. Which Ascended Master, Keeper of the Light, is going to be guiding this Lion's Gate? It's this one. Beautiful. It's Faith is guiding this Lion's Gate. Faith is in charge of humanity and benevolence, okay? It says, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. Okay, with all of this astrological energy right around this Lion's Gate here, there is expect the unexpected. Some of us might have our faith rocked a little bit, but it's because, like I said earlier, understanding is the gift. It is not a requirement for growth and change. Faith is the only requirement. So you can call on faith to help you see the benevolence in humanity, because there's a lot of big changes that are happening with this Lionsgate, and it's not just for the people, it's for the earth as well. Like, everything is shifting. And in these shifts and changes, this is bringing you back to the benevolence within yourself, seeing your vision of the future for humanity, both for your individual self, but for what you may bring to the collective. Okay? These are really beautiful energies. I know it feels a little bit tough, but it's beautiful. And we just got a whole bunch of rain happening right now, which is a blessing. It's like it's taking away the negative aspects. Beautiful. And that's for the first portion here of the Lionsgate. The next thing we got is the card of thriving. So what did I say? We're going from surviving to thriving. I always pay attention to what I've been working on in my personal life, because I tend to be a few months or sometimes many years ahead of the collective as far as experiences that I'm having. And that happens for psychics. So those of you watching, many of you are psychic, intuitive, empaths, etc. Psychics work from the future back, right? And so we often experience the things before they come so that we can help to lead the people. So do understand what you have been going through. You're now going to be blessed. Jupiter has gone retrograde. We're stepping through that portal. You've already done the work, is what Spirit is wanting to reiterate. This group are highly elevated individuals, regardless of where you are on your path of awakening, regardless of where you are in your understanding. Again, understanding's the gift. Doesn't mean that you have not done the work. Okay? You have had the faith. You're going to continue to have faith. She's going to help you. Okay? But we got thriving. This Lionsgate is bringing through full-on thriving in your life. Okay? So whatever it is that you have been wanting to bring in, it's about to thrive. There's financial thriving, there's romantic thriving, your health will be thriving. This is the energy that's coming in, okay? So you can choose to receive it or not, but this is the energy that's coming in. We are moving to thriving. We're moving to the timeline that holds the vision. And notice how the colors in here are the same as this vision, all right? So this particular Lionsgate, as it opens up, you're integrating the shadow, and then boom. Okay, so what happens when they're showing me like the Dark Side of the Moon cover from Pink Floyd, okay? You've got the prism there. You have darkness all around, but when light goes through the prism, then it makes the rainbow. What do you think that you are? You are the prism. Our body is crystalline. Okay, so when we sit in the womb, as the light is shining through us, it shines through the crystal of who we are, the being that we are, and it creates the rainbow. It creates the vision, okay? If just because there's clouds, that's where the rainbows are, right? So this is you coming to an awareness in a huge way of what you are as a being. Okay, you're more than this. Human body mechanism is highly advanced. It doesn't need you require any thinking to do its processes. Okay, it does it automatically. Our body already knows that we're thriving. We just have to catch up and listen to it. Okay. And what the seerings are saying is that through these tidbits that seem a little bit advanced, it's okay. Just take in the information, and when you're meant to understand it, or when that particular code's meant to open up, it will open up, okay? One thing to understand, this is how, and I have ringing in my left ear, so if you've been experiencing ringing, that's receiving a message in, okay? So what they are telling me, excuse me, So the Hawaiians, how we give the energy one to another is through talk story. Talk story is talking to one another through our stories, through genealogy, through cultural experience, but it's talking to one another. So just by you listening to this, whatever codes are meant to activate within you, whatever energies are meant to be transferred that are for the positive, that the team from Sirius would like to transfer to you, it's coming through the stories, okay? So just so you know that is how the energy works. And so they're also saying the stories that you give to others really matters, all right? So many of you may be good storytellers, or you're learning to be good storytellers, but you transfer the energy very well through your voice, okay? And that's why there so much is happening with the throat for this group, because your vibration is needed in the world. So not only are you going to be receiving, thriving, but just by you showing up and speaking with people or singing to them, or whatever it is that you use your voice for, okay? It is going to be positive for other people. So keep that in mind, because you want to keep your voice purified, right? We have adventures here and courage. Beautiful. So what you're moving into is adventure, and you're moving into the courage to listen to your call. Okay, this Lionsgate portal is opening up the ability for us to receive in our big dreams. But when we are receiving in our big dreams, it does take courage, because we may have been used to a pattern of lack. We may have not been used to receiving the love of our life, or the the raise or the viral video that makes us a sensation and brings in abundant wealth, okay? Or whatever, we may have, like I'm working on letting go of weight, okay? So we may have been a certain way physically for such a long time that we may not be used to our new form, okay? So know that it takes courage to make the changes that you want to make, but also to receive in the thriving and the blessings. But what Spirit's saying is this is going to come through with you in a very adventurous way. This is going to come through with, it's going to feel fun, all right? Now, you may have some fear come up, because fear is natural. The ego puts fear when we're moving into a new octave, when we're moving into a new dimension, when we're moving into a new pattern. It produces fear. And that's just a coping mechanism. It's just, hey, I want to be safe here. But we can get into our center, recognizing our shadow and our light, honoring the vision that's being given to us at this time, because you guys may have very prophetic visions at this time. You may be moving through a state of opening psychically, okay? And this can be quite an adventure, all right? I'll have to say that when I was invited to move to Hawaii was in my 5-year plan, but I knew I needed to be invited. That was one of my criteria. I did not want to move to Hawaii and take any land or a space that could be for the indigenous. I didn't want to take from the native, right? And so I knew that I wanted to be invited by a Hawaiian who lived here, and so that I could honor my spiritual path, but also honor the land that is hosting me, okay? And I was, okay? And even though that was directly what I asked for, I was scared out of my mind to make that leap of faith. But I did it. I moved here with a backpack and a suitcase. I did bring a pillow, okay? That was still too much stuff at that time. I learned the essence of what it is to be. And I'm so grateful that I was able to move beyond the fear, that I was able to face everything and rise. That's what fear is, right? It's an opportunity to face it and rise above it. Okay, so you guys have really, really big dreams that are coming to fruition at this 8/8 portal. Okay, but realistically, let's be realistic with this. When a new pattern's coming in, our brain is going to put fear around, okay? But you'll go beyond it. You will go on the adventure. It's showing up here in the cards, okay? So when it's presented, your dream, your goal, you're going to think about it, but you're going to have the faith and you're going to move beyond any kind of fears. All right, let's get an energy oracle card here for what's coming in here with this 8/8 portal. What do the Syrian Collective want us to know? Beautiful. We have 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, and victory. 4th chakra is the heart. There is victory in the heart here, and this thing's sparking up. So this sage has burnt all the way through. Okay, this never happens, but we are clearing out some stuff today, okay? You're going to have victory, huge victory. And this is heart chakra opening. So I love these colors. It reminds me of the Lion's Gate and the Return of the Sun, Leo season here. Okay. So heart chakra opening, you guys, big time. So you may be feeling that at this time, but you're going to have a victory. Something that you love, that you've been asking for, or multiple somethings are coming through, and you are going to be victorious. This is blessings and thriving for work already done. So hold to your vision. Let your heart open up. One of the things that I also got downloaded right before I started the video was that we are moving back into our God and Goddess self, okay? Remembering who we are galactically, remembering that we're not just a piece of the creation, we are the creators, okay? And this is where that vision's coming in for all of us. And what you'll create is different person to person, because we all are different parts of the mystery, all right? Yep, here we go. Lifting the veil. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. What did we say at the beginning? These dead ends. You're going to look at it. You're going to integrate the shadow. Anything that's not aligned to your vision. Notice again how this matches this card. Anything that's not aligned to your vision, you are going to move beyond it. Okay? And that may be where the courage is needed. But you're going to move beyond anything that is not with your vision. Many of you will be questioning belief systems. Okay, I know I had a belief system running that I'm not good enough, right? I was feeling that all last week. Oh, I'm not good enough to have what I want. I'm not good enough to be loved. I'm not good enough to have my YouTube channel be wildly successful. But the fact is, I am good enough. You're good enough. We are all good enough, right? And so that was a thought system that needed to go, because it was a belief system based upon some things that happened in childhood that have nothing to do with the being that I am now, right? So you may have some really outdated belief systems that are on their way out. And what they want you to know is you are good enough to have your biggest dream. Because do you think you dreamed that dream, or was it given to you? It's two different things. And that just sparked again. Okay, so there's definitely sparks flying here, because we are dreaming a new dream collectively. We are opening the door. We are clearing out any energies that would be negative, or any energies that would be draining to us. So we're seeing beyond the veil and opening ourselves up to a whole new world. Okay, this one wants to come out. It says, loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. This particular Lion's Gate is going to really open you up in your heart chakra. This can feel vulnerable, okay? Sometimes we want to cope by eating too much, drinking, drugs, whatever it may be, okay? That's where the shadow self is being addressed at this time, to integrate it, okay? Release those addictions and coping mechanisms, whatever they may be. Some of it might be social media. Pay attention to what's draining your energy at this time, okay? If you're feeling drained, being around a person or doing a certain activity, like I used to like to have some drinks here or there. My body does not like it anymore, so I haven't really had much to drink at all. Like, I think I've had 2 cocktails in over a year. So it's just not for me anymore, okay? But there was a time where I resonated with it. So just understand, your body's changing, you're changing. So listen to your body and avoid coping at this time, because these energies are going to be pretty intense. There's a lot of changing that's happening. That's why faith has come out. That's why this dead end and shadow archetypes, we're going to merge and figure out how to have that vision to get out of that dead end. We're going to have courage. Now, the rewards of the courage and the faith is that you get victory, adventures, and thriving. You get an open heart chakra, okay? What else is coming in for this Lion's Gate? Sorry, I keep looking over. This sage is really going for it. It's like the whole bundle is on fire right now. I just want to make sure for safety purposes that we're all good. But we're clearing it out today, you guys. This is, I love it. This is being recorded a few days before the Lion's Gate, so there may be a purging, they're saying, these few days to really release any of those residuals. You guys were jumping timelines, all right, together. And individually, you're going to jump to your highest timeline that you can at this time. And perfect. We have You Got the Love. You got the love, yeah. Ooh, you got the love. I can't remember who sang that. I think it was like Robin or something. We're going back. I'm dating myself a little bit, but anyhow, this is Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. All right. Hadarian energy is the most loving. They exist in the 12th dimension. All right. Very, very loving beings. And so part of the thing that you're learning at this time is to release codependency and to have boundaries. But what it's saying is you're jumping timelines to where you're your most loving version of yourself. But be very clear with your boundaries, because your sensitivity is heightening at this time. This Lion's Gate is bringing you the love that you've asked for, starting with how to love yourself well. Oh gosh. And moving into loving others. All right. But you absolutely are in a position right now where you're going to need boundaries so that you can move forward. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. This sage has really gone off. I think it's burned a little bit of a hole in my desk, but you know, take one for the team. So anywho, you're absolutely moving into the highest loving version of yourself. And it's beautiful, beautiful energy. They want one more Starseed Oracle, and then we're going to close it out. You guys, this is gorgeous energy. Just be aware that you are in a transition. Be aware that the fog is going to clear. May need some faith and courage as you go through this, okay? Remember that emotions are visitors. So some of you may be more heightened emotionally. It may feel a little bit like a roller coaster, but understand that they're visitors. And so this too shall pass, all right? And we have Cracked Open. It says, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life, okay? This portal is cracking open the spiritual self. Many of you are going through an ego death at this time. It may feel like a part of you is dying, but a part of you is being reborn, okay? This is how the light emanates through you, how the light gets in, okay? So you are absolutely moving into a position of your highest light. I'm so excited for you guys, okay? Surrender to the alchemy of life. Integrate that shadow. Remember, it's resurrection with this Ishtar's Lion's Gate. Remember, it's where you guys may have hit rock bottom, had a dark night of the soul. It's about to shift like that. Surrender to the shift. Sometimes we get used to being in the rock bottom. Sometimes we get used to being in the codependency. Sometimes we get used to being in the lack energy. But what they're saying is what's coming in, surrender to the alchemy, is we're not doing lack anymore. We're doing thriving. We're not doing boring. We're doing adventures. We're not doing fear. We're doing courage. Okay? We're not doing a closed heart. We're doing open heart chakra. We're not doing failure. We're doing victory. Okay? That's what is coming in. And so surrender to it. All right? So love you guys. Hold your vision, and move through this with faith, understanding that you have set up this time to release those negative ties that bind and integrate your shadow so that you can have this brand new vision of life and have that experience in your life of walking the path that you have seen, that you have created, rather than walking the path of responding reacting to other people's vision or emotional situations. You guys are rising above the need to react, and you're becoming conscious creators during this Lion's Gate. And if you already have been practicing conscious creation, you are increasing in your abilities at this time, and it's good. I'm excited because the result is thriving, victory, heart's desire. Okay, so really, really beautiful. Integrate that shadow. Get to be friends with it. Find your ally with your shadow, because it's thrive time. All right, so really, really grateful, you guys. I'm gonna leave that there. It's been a longer video, but hopefully you're still with me. Love you guys so much. If you would like to enter the drawing, I didn't mention at the beginning, but if you're still with me, I do a drawing every month for a 30-minute session with me personally, free to enter, free to win. If you'd like to enter that, here's how you do it. You be a subscriber if you're not already, so subscribe, hit that bell button, like and share this video, and then in the comment section below, write, I am thriving. I am thriving. Okay, and that will let me know that you would like to enter the drawing. I'll do that at the first of the month, announce the winner, and hopefully it is you. So until next time, aloha.